everyone, welcome back to Rachel and Bella Craft. Rachel here. I hope you're all well. I've just started working on a project for our junk journal group, and I thought I may as well put the camera on and you guys can join what I'm doing. So I haven't done one of these before. It's been completely inspired by two ladies. Hilde, who's in our group, she posted some photographs yesterday of some absolutely beautiful pockets and tags, and I was chatting to the girls last night and we were saying, you know, about what next swap events we were going to do, and I said, oh well, you know, Hilde's put some fab pictures up. I feel really inspired by what she's posted. You know, what if we do something along those lines? So we are going to put up today a new event, our next swap event, and it's going to be a pocket and tag swap, which I think is rather nice if you're sending to swap with somebody as Happy Mail. So I'm just having a quick go this morning because I don't like putting ideas up and not giving everybody a bit of an example of what it is that I'm asking them to make. So this is the swap event for the next 2 weeks, and yeah, we're asking you to make a tag and pocket. So your tag and your pocket can be anything that you interpret that to be, but if you want to join me now this morning, I'm going to show you how I'm going to make mine. Now, the other lady that I've been inspired by for the style of tag and pocket that I'm going to make is Lynda. Now, I'm not sure if you've all seen the video. It was on about 6 to 8 weeks ago, I think. I will link it below so you can go and have a look at the original of what I'm making today, because obviously this is not my idea. This has been completely inspired by what she sent Mum. Lynda sent Mum. They did a tag swap, and Lynda sent Bella the most beautiful Happy Mail package with her tag swap. So it would be great if you could go over and have a little look at that, because that would just give you some inspiration about you know, you very often say about different things and what you can put in with your tag or what have you, and she made some gorgeous items. There was a postcard that had been stamped onto some fabric, and she'd hand embroidered around it, or slow stitch around it, and there was a little like mini journal notebook, and then there was gosh, what else did she have in there? Come on, Rachel, think. Oh, the tag and the pocket, obviously, and she also did like a fold out. It looked like an envelope, you know, with an envelope V, and then you opened it out and it was like a little folio inside with writing pages. But yeah, my goodness, it was absolutely gorgeous. So she's inspired me today because I went and had a quick look at her that again. I went and watched that video this morning and I thought, oh, I know, I'm going to do my tag pocket like she's done hers. So just to catch you up with where I'm at, I have taken 2 book pages and stuck them together. They are from this book, which is, let me just give you the measurement so you can see. Oh, excuse me, sorry, lots of loud noise. So that's just over 9 inches by just under 6, so say 5 3/4 by 9 1/4, and in metric that's just over 23 centimeters and just over 14. So they're ideal for taking a whole page and then obviously folding the bottom bit up. So all I've done is I've taken 2 book pages, set them together, I've cut them down so I know it will now fit in on a journal page. So I've obviously taken my taken a piece of A4 paper, and I can see that it's going to fit quite comfortably if the person that I send this to wants to stick it onto a page. So that's your kind of guide for measurements. But I mean, it can be as slim or as, you know, as wide as you would like it to be, but obviously if you're sending it as a swap, think of perhaps what the other person might want to use it for. So I've just collaged onto mine now this morning. I've used some old book pages and I've also used some of our blue hues even, collage kit. So that, I just like the blues this morning. I thought I'm feeling inspired by blue. We've had this beautiful weather the last couple of weeks, or last couple of days, I'm sorry. Gosh, don't exaggerate, Rachel, it's never for weeks. And we were forecast, there was a weather warning out for today, but I got up this morning and checked my phone, and the first thing that flashed up was weather warning cancelled. And I was like, oh, what better news could you expect to read first thing in the morning? So thankfully, the horrid weather they had said we were having, we're not going to have. So it doesn't look like we're going to get the thunderstorms, and it doesn't look like we're going to get the rain, which is great, because we've got a load of cement being delivered today that is being poured into a base, and the last thing we need now is a downpour of rain. So I'm just hoping and praying that that weather stays away and doesn't threaten us with any droplets just as our cement needs to start to set, because that wouldn't be very good. So I hope everybody's well. I hope you've all had some time to enjoy the nice weather. I hope it's nice where you are. Of course, we take for granted everybody's having sun when we're having sun here in Wales, but probably not the case. Some poor souls got the rain somewhere, I guess, probably trying to blow it back our way. We really don't want it back. Blow it up instead, send it away. But yeah, so no, it was gorgeous day yesterday. I took Mum down to the garden centre. She wanted to get a few more plants for the new garden, so we went and did that. She shopped for her plants a little less quickly this time than she did last time, because last time I took her, it was just after her birthday, and she'd asked us all to get her vouchers for the garden centre, and I took her over, and I said to my dad, I've never seen anybody buy plants so quickly or spend money so fast. It was like, zoom. She knew exactly what she wanted. In we went, grabbed what we needed, out we came. And it was crazy. I think we did the whole lot in about 20 minutes. The car was stacked. I said, wow, Mum, I've never seen anybody buy plants so quickly. She said, I know what I want. I do it every year. But yeah, everybody's favourite pastime, eh? And of course, we couldn't do it last year, so it was a real luxury to do that now this year. All these little things we take for granted, hey? Okay, so I've collaged now onto this part of my pocket here, the back, and I folded up then the front of the book page that I'd glued together, and I folded it up so I've got a little flap on there now, like you can see, and that's then going to form the front of my pocket, and then I've just collaged the front of that. So I haven't collaged the areas you're not going to see. I didn't see the purpose in wasting paper, and I will then stitch around the edge of this. And so with the tag, I have collaged the 2 book pages ready. I haven't cut this one down to size yet, because I thought I may as well collage the whole thing, and then I may have enough then to keep for a belly band later on. So I'm going to go and stitch around the edge of these now and just neaten up the edges, and then I'll cut my tag down, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've been over to the sewing machine. I have made my tag into a tag shape now, and I've backed it with some coffee dye paper that I made last night, which incidentally has almost got a cute little leaf imprint at the bottom, but that wasn't by design, that was definitely by accident. And I like the bubbles as well this time, but yeah. So I've used a blue, I think it's like a cornflower colour actually for the stitching, and then I've done the same with the pocket. So obviously I stitched that bit there before I did it around the sides, and that fits quite nicely in there now. So that is your simple pocket and tag. When we say pocket and tag swap, that's what we mean, but obviously we want you to embellish it now, because we're going to be sending it to somebody as a swap. So I'm just really quickly now going through my little dish, seeing what I've got to hand. Preferably that's all the same colour, and I don't want to lose my ball pen. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pop a hole in here, and we'll pop an eyelet in there, I think, and then we'll see what else we're going to do. So yeah, I had a good day yesterday after we took Mum to the garden centre. It was my niece's birthday yesterday. She's turned 19, bless her. So I popped down to visit my sister in the afternoon, which was lovely because I think I've seen my sister possibly 3 times this year. But to sit and have a chat with, not hardly at all, you know. It's been a long time really now, hasn't it, since we've been doing normal things. So yeah, it was great to be able to go down and sit in the garden and admire her beautiful plants, because my sister's got a lovely garden. I don't know if I've mentioned, my sister actually lives in the house that we lived in as children. And so it's always a bit of a trip down memory lane visiting. It's nothing like it was obviously when we lived there in the 80s, in the beginning of the 80s, but yeah, her garden is beautiful. So she's got a lovely border of plants and everything. So we sat out there and just chatted, which was nice, and laughed. I was telling my sister that when my parents were moving, my brother and I were sat there on the day they were moving and having a cup of tea, and my mum does this, she's going to kill me for telling you this now, she really is, but she does this like really funny thing. She makes this deaf noise when she's like, we tell her something shocking and she goes like, what? And she'd been doing it loads that day. There was obviously a lot of shocking news. I can't quite remember why she was doing it, but she's like, what? So I said to my brother, I said, have you ever watched the film with Adam Sandler, Grown Ups? And he was like, no, I'm not sure that I have, he said. So I said, well, the boys are, because his sons are older, you know. I said, oh, the boys are bound to have watched it. I said, let me get it up on YouTube and show you now. I said, but there's a character in that film, don't half remind me of our mum when she makes that sound. I said, see what you think. So I don't know if any of you have watched the film Grown Ups, and there's a family in there, and a mum and a dad and a son, and they're all made up, because obviously it's a comedy, but they're all made up to like look really alike. And every time they are told something that's a little bit surprising, they're like, what? And my mother sounded just like that. Oh, my sister said, oh, play the clip on your video, but my mother would kill me if I did that. But oh my goodness, it's so funny. So I played it for my brother. Well, we were just in stitches, absolute stitches. And my mum was like, what are you doing over there? So I said, oh, we just got our little video here. Are you, mum? And she was like, what? So I played the video and we were absolutely wetting ourselves. My goodness. But it's uncanny. It's like in the same tone and everything. What? You're all going to have to go and Google that now, aren't you? And find the scene. I think it might be the second one, actually. I can't quite remember now. No, it's not. It's the first one. It's where they're in the garden. They call it a garden party or something going on. And Salma Hayek's in it. I love her. She's fab. And it's at their house, you know. But yeah, go and see if you can find that and see the scene where they turn up. And there's I think he's dressed as, it's like an 80s fancy dress party. And the dad is dressed as Prince. That's why he says it. And he gets to they go to the door, and one of the other guys, who's Adam Sandler's mate, has also got the same costume on. And he's like, what? And then she's like, what? My mum does that perfectly. That's like her perfect impression. She didn't even know she was doing it. So funny. So I was telling my sister about that yesterday. She was absolutely wetting herself. And then my niece was making fun of my sister then and saying, well, you say things like that as well, mum. And my sister's is, oh my goodness. So yeah, it's good to laugh, isn't it? That's what we have parents for, isn't it? I'm sure my kids will do the same to me. They'll make fun of me. with my pocket and my tag, I've just added a few extra bits to the top. I've popped a little gem onto a charm rather, onto some thread, and I've used some blue sari to make a tab top at the top. And then I've just added little gems then there and here, just so that it all ties in nicely. And then, oh, and on the back of the tag, I've done a stamp there. And then on the back here, I haven't covered it because I must assume they're going to put it into a book, but if not, in a journal, but if not, it's all stamped on the back of it as well. And then just as a bit of an extra then to go in, I've used my postcard stamp that I got after watching Lynda's, doing Lynda's video, and I put that onto a bit of material and I popped it onto the back of one of our journal cards out of our Roses to Redemption kit. So I'll pop that in as just a bit of an extra for them as well. So there we go. There's your idea for your tag in a pocket swap challenge for this week. The girls will be putting the event up today, and I look forward to seeing what you all make. Have a great day. Bye now.